Hello everyone, my name is Raja and I'm a Salesforce trainer. Today we're gonna talk about a basic about Salesforce.com. It's a demo video. We're gonna talk about what Salesforce is actually and what are the different segment we do have in Salesforce.com. Okay, so basically, Salesforce is a CRM. When I say CRM, it means it is a customer relationship management tool. It helps any kind of business organization to speed up their business. Okay, any kind of business organization who has a business across the geography, Salesforce help them to store all their business information into Salesforce cloud. And Salesforce has lot of automated features which will help the business organization to increase their business revenue. So what is this marketing cloud? Let's talk about that. Let's say Rolls-Royce, they have just introduced a new car which is RR100, and they are doing the marketing, they are doing the campaign in India, in US, in UK, and in probably these three countries only. Okay, so let's say they are creating every day thousands of campaign. They're just doing the marketing. Okay, and now if thousands of marketing that is creating for the day, you need a platform where you can store the data. Okay, now let me log in into Salesforce. In order to log in Salesforce, you first have to create your developer account, which is a free account. You have to go to developer.salesforce.com. Okay, click on sign up button, and then you can sign up for a Salesforce org. Once you sign up, you'll have your user ID and password. Take the user ID and password and go to login.salesforce.com. Give your user ID and password, and you will be able to log in into Salesforce. Now, in Salesforce, we have something called objects. What is this object? Object is basically which will help the customer to store all their business information. Standard object is something which Salesforce has created for you. Salesforce, they knows what kind of business requirement you may expect in your future. They knows the business industry very well, and then according to that, Salesforce has already created a couple of standard objects for you, which will help you like anything. We have one of the standard object called campaign. So basically, campaign is the object where the end user, people who are working for Rolls-Royce, that they are the end user, they are the business user. They are going to store all their campaign informations. They will log in with their own user ID and password. Okay, and they'll have to go to campaign and they go one by one all their campaign information. Let's say there's a campaign happening in India campaign. So what is the type of the campaign? What is the status? What is the start date, end date, expected revenue? A number of things will be there for a campaign to capture. Now again, these are the standard field. As I said, Salesforce knows very well that what kind of data for a campaign you have to capture. So they have created a couple of standard fields which might be helpful for your business. But I'm pretty sure when you will work for a real-time project, your customer will ask to create a couple of more fields. These are the fields: start date, end date, type. These are the fields. Okay, so all the campaign related information, where you're gonna store into campaign object. So in a way, Salesforce is something like a database where you can store all the business related information. And it is not only a database, it has a lot of automated features which will help the business to increase their productivity, which probably we'll learn in the class. It will take 1 or 2 months of time to learn the Salesforce ecosystem. Okay, so now let's say I have created a campaign called India campaign. I have saved the campaign. Once you save the campaign, what would be the next step? What would be the next step? So Rolls-Royce is the company and they are creating the campaign. So they have created so far thousands of campaign for the day. Now what happened is the business user will log into salesforce.com like how we logged in. They will go to the campaign, they will click on new button, and they will keep on inserting all the campaign data. What is the next step? The next step would be to capture all the interested customers data. When I say interested customers data, what does it mean? It means, let's say they have created a campaign in India, and there are thousands of people are coming and stepping into the campaign. They're asking, hey, what is the price of the car? What are the mileage? What are the different facilities, safety features do we have in the car? So there are thousands of people coming and stepping into the campaign. They are asking about the product. Now, one thing you have to know is business doesn't happen in a day, over the night. People who are coming into the campaign, do you think they will buy the product the same day? No, never. This is never going to happen. So the people who are coming to the campaign, the Rolls-Royce sales executive has to follow him up for a long time. Probably after giving 10, 5, 10, 12, test drive, maybe the customer will buy the product. And that happens for $10 of product to $10 million of product. People will never buy a product at the same day. Now, the next step is, see, when you work with Salesforce, you have to think through a data perspective. Okay, now we have captured all the campaign information into campaign object. Cool. Now, what about those people information who are coming into my campaign? There will be, if you are creating thousands of campaign, there will be millions of people or lakhs of people will come and ask about the product in my campaign. So you definitely have to store all their interested customer information somewhere. And that's the reason why, companies are investing lots of dollar in the campaign. Why? To generate some interested customers information. So assume that you got the Rolls-Royce campaign. Somehow from these 3 different campaigns, they capture 3,000 interested customers information. Where are you going to store? You have to store that information into lead object. Now the question is, who will do this insertion? Who will capture the data? That is not your job. As a Salesforce admin or as a Salesforce developer or consultant, that is not your job. Who will do that? People who are working for Rolls-Royce. The end user, they will have to capture the information. What should be your job then? Your job would be to customize the platform such a way so that they can easily capture the data. Now, when I say customize, let's say I'm clicking on new button. So probably the end user will log into the Salesforce, salesforce.com, and then they'll go to lead and they'll click on new button. We have again lots of standard fields created by Salesforce. Your business will ask you to create couple of custom field. Okay, couple of custom fields. So that should be your job. That has to be done by you. Who will capture the data? Again, the end user, the people who are coming, who are working for Rolls-Royce, not you. You're not going to capture the data. Now, so the business organizations, the sales executive who is working in the campaign, he will have a tablet or iPad or whatever it is. He will log in into salesforce.com. He'll go to lead and he'll start capturing all the information. Let's say my name is Raja. I am coming into the campaign. Okay, and then I belongs to any company. So all my details, my phone number, my mobile number, and everything we are going to capture into lead. Now the main important part in lead is from which campaign the lead is coming. You got it? Because the business is going to invest a huge dollars in the campaign. They definitely has to track, okay, from my India campaign, I got this many lead. From my US campaign, I got this many lead. They have to capture that information, right? How do they capture? So we have something called campaign. There's a field, this individual field called campaign exists in lead. If you click on the magnifying glass, you will see all the campaign that has been created for the day. Not for the day. Let's say total you have millions of. What I created few minutes back is India campaign. What you're going to do is type India campaign and click on the search button. So you will see the particular campaign over here. Click on that and click on save. By this, it means the system admin showcase the same thing to the business, saying like, hey, from this campaign you got this, from this campaign you got no leads. Okay, so this is what it helps the business to capture all their marketing information, all their lead information. Fine. What is the next step that the business has to follow? So they have captured all the interested customers information. That's fine. What would be the next step? The next step is the sales executive will come into their office the very next day, and they will start giving call to all the leads. Leads means people who came into my campaign last day. They will start giving call one by one, everybody. This is something called cold calling. And probably after giving a number of calls or something, let's say the lead call named Raja, he picked up the call and he said, yes, I am interested. Here, something we have to know. The moment the lead says, I am interested, he is no more a lead. Okay. The moment the lead says, I am interested, the sales executive has to convert the lead. There are a few things we have to remember here. The moment you convert the lead, what happens? The lead information will get deleted from lead object. See, what is the use of converting? We have to track the business end to end. And as I said, the business doesn't happen over the night. If Raja, this is the lead, if he said that I am interested with your product, it doesn't mean that he is going to pay at the same day. He might say, hey, I am interested with your product. I find very good. Your product was nice, but can you give me a demo to my manager, to my supervisor, to my wife, to anyone? Because I might be not the person who can take the decision. Can you please give me another demo? That actually happens in the real-time industry. So people has to give n number of demo, then probably end of the demo, the customer will pay the check, will pay the money. Now, here the thing is, once the lead says, yes, I am interested, the business user, not you are admin. You have to educate the business, like how I am educating. You have to educate the business. Hey, once the lead says I am interested, you have to convert the lead. And the moment you convert the lead information will get deleted from lead object. Now the question is where the data will go. Because just to capture this lead information, the business may have invested lots of dollars. They will never ever tolerate to lose the data. What happens to the data then? Okay. So what happens essentially is the lead informations will get divided and stored into account, contact, and opportunity. Let me repeat it. The lead information will get deleted from lead and it will get divided and get stored into account, contact, and opportunity. Okay. Thanks for listening up. Thank you very much for your patience.